friends, welcome back to another movie review, and today we are reviewing In a Violent Nature. Yes, In a Violent Nature is a new movie that has come out this weekend in cinemas at the UK, and it's a slasher movie. Now, I think the closest I've got to slashers has probably been Scream, but after seeing this, Scream is nothing like slasher genre. I know what slasher genre is now. This, for somebody who doesn't like blood, guts, gore and all of that, it's a watch, let's just say. I will go into the stylistic stuff about this film because I really liked this film, really enjoyed the direction of this movie. It is shot in a square, was it 4:9, 14:9, no, what's the ratio? I can't remember what it is, but it's in the square ratio. Obviously you get those black borders on the side and it's a square ratio movie. Now, it is following, ultimately the beginning of the film is this pole or this wooden thing in the ground, and these kids are just there loitering around in the forest, and there's a necklace just hanging on this thing. And one of the kids just takes it off, takes the necklace. That wakes up this demon. We get a story there of who it is. Now, we don't know what this person's name is, we don't know anything about him, but ultimately it wakes him up. He is woken up and you literally see the birth of this demon in the forest. His hand comes through the soil, he grabs himself up, and it's a really, it's not like cut, it's one shot kind of thing. It feels like really dragged out the first 15 minutes of the film. All you hear is like birds tweeting and stuff like that, and the voices of the people there, they take the thing and then the voices disappear and go away as they walk away. You have to very much watch it and use your senses, I guess, in terms of loudness and the voices getting louder, which means they're coming closer, and quieter as they're getting further away. And that's what this film's about. It's all about, now you've woken up this demon, these kids are in the forest on their little retreat in this little log cabin thing, and I'm a violent person now, you've stole something from me, and this undead person goes on a rampage, killing all the people in the forest, and he goes on in a violent forest. And some of the deaths are horrendous. I will call out this one death and I'll explain it, I'll spoil it. If you don't want to know the deaths, then there was one death where this yoga girl was just like on this cliff edge. She's doing yoga, she's got a mat down, she's looking over the cliff and all that. She turns around and this thing is coming towards her, so she screams. He stabs her like in her back, I think it is, or like through her stomach anyways, but he pushes it in, but then he pushes his hand all the way in. Like, he's so strong in terms of this guy. And what he does is he kills her. She's dead, like obviously she's dead, like his hand is in her stomach basically, but he puts the hook, he has like this hook thing, and he puts it on her head, and then he pulls this thing through, which pulls her head down. There's one shot on the top of her like spine which pops. I'm not going to say any more than that. You get the picture. He basically pulls her head through her stomach. This is what I'm saying. I know what slasher movies are now, and I watched it like this. Not because I'm scared, but because the gruesomeness of these films just, even just explaining and thinking about it. That being said though, my first slasher movie really, I think it is, I have got to say that I really did enjoy it. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. It does feel a bit like a behind the scenes to Friday the 13th in terms of Jason, walking through the forest and how Jason would have managed things and stuff like that. Because I've seen Friday the 13th movies, so it does feel a little bit of that. But I like the fact that it's from the point of view of the killer rather than, each person. The practical effects in the film as well were on a entirely different level than I've ever seen before. You knew that some things were fake, like there was a fake head and it was like an artist's created thing. But it didn't look, it looked bad, don't get me wrong, but it looked really good because it felt like, it's a film that's come out now in 2024, but it felt like it was an 80s movie. It went back to its roots. It didn't have to do CGI, and it didn't have to, didn't have to just overstep the mark in certain things. It was just simple, went back to the roots, and I thought it was really effective. And yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch her again, but I probably would watch this again, and that's saying something for me. Around Halloween time, this could be a revisiting. So yeah, In a Violent Nature, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really good, and I think creativity-wise for the director and like what they did with the practical effects, as I said, and all of that, and the sound mixing, I thought was really good. So rating the film, what did I rate In a Violent Nature? Well, it's a 4-star for me, a solid 4-star. I think it's really good, really really good quality, you know, for a movie. Defo has its moments though, don't get me wrong, but I thoroughly did enjoy it, and that's all you can ask for really if you enjoy a film. But I ultimately with this one I appreciated the actual direction and the creativity that was involved, and that says a lot. So there it is, guys. There's my review of In a Violent Nature. Of course, it is out this weekend in UK cinemas. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.